Our next storyteller, there's a lot to say, but here's the blurb. Technology is a convenience upon which we have come to rely. It's supposed to make our lives better. Thumbprints, passcodes, retinal scans. Technology is supposed to make life better, right? Mark Latta is going to raise that question in what's in a name? Please welcome Mark Latta.
Corey just introduced me as Mark Latta. That's not 100% correct. In fact, my full name is Chad Mark Latta. But I never liked the name Chad very much. It's fine for some people, just not for me. So when I was in the Navy and switching duty stations, between one duty station and the next, I introduced myself as Mark. And I've been Mark for the past 35 years. Well, except for to my family and to bill collectors, right? They haven't caught on, but it's really nice because I get a call, it's like, is Chad there? No, he is not. Click. So I've been Mark for 35 years, until recently. We had a contractor who was starting. Her name was Janine. And it was my role to get her signed up for an email account and all that other stuff. So I went out to our help desk, and I did that. Janine Smith. All right, let's get her set up. JANINE.Smith. And boom, she has an email. And I forwarded it on to her home email address. The next day I get a call from the contracting agency. Hey, we're really excited that you got everything set up, but you misspelled her name. I did. Yes, it's Janine, Jeanine. Oh, that's not a problem. I go out to the help desk portal, I submit a ticket. What is your name? Mark Latta. What are you changing? First name. Don't get ahead of me. New first name, Janine. Jeanine. And I put it in the comments. It was very clear. I want to change Janine, Janine, to Janine, Jeanine. Very clear, very clear. Click submit. 5 minutes later, your new login is J Latta. It's not what I wanted to have happen. So I called up the help desk and I said, hey, look, there's been a confusion here. I'm not changing my name, I'm changing Janine Smith's name and adding an E. And the help desk says, oh, well, yeah, we can do that, but why don't you just have her do it after she starts? I'm like, perfect, we'll do that. By the way, can you cancel my ticket? Well, why don't you just cancel it on the ticket on your screen? I'm like, there is no cancel button. So at the end of the call, we all agreed what needed to happen. They would cancel the ticket, and then Janine would clear up her own name confusion when she started. What happened next was nothing. Nothing happened. Nothing happened that day, nothing happened the next day. The third day, it's 3:30, and I'm logged into websites, intranet websites I should be able to get to. Suddenly they stop working. All right, this is weird. This is super weird. But you know what? I'm done working for the day anyhow. So I shut my computer and we're done. The next day, I log in. M. Latta, Password 1. Do not judge me. Password 1. Access denied. Poof. M. Latta, Password 1. Access denied. J. Latta. Password 1. Poof, you're in. Oh, no. First place I go is to Teams. I look up, and sure enough, there it is. Janine, with an E, Latta. I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. I mean, I have been Mark for 35 years, and my parents still haven't caught on. They're going to be really disappointed when I have to explain to them that my name is now Janine. So I go out to the help desk, right? I'll just clear it all up. I'll redo it. But I don't have access because in their system, I'm Mark, but my name is Janine, and so I can't get to the help desk site. Okay, all right. Let me explain a little bit about how technology works. If you're not familiar, this is a 10,000 view level, and this is the Mark Latta, or Janine, could be anybody at this point, I'm not really sure. The Mark Latta explanation of how this works. So when you submit a ticket, it's not like a real human being that goes out and looks at that ticket. It's a bot. A bot looks at it. And you would think the easiest thing for the bot to do is to get all the servers in one room and be like, hey guys, Mark now wants to be known as Janine. Well, the servers would be like, well, is he going through some sort of transition? Bot would say, I don't know, I didn't read the comments. And you'd think that's how it worked. Just get all the servers in one room, boom, all done. No, that's not the way it works. The bot goes out and tells one server. Then that one server is like, okay, well, I'll get to it at some point. And then it goes out and tells a second server when it's done. And then it goes and tells a third server, and then a fourth server. It's called replication across the network. So even though I was Janine on Teams, I was Mark in email, and in some sites I was Mark, in some sites I was Janine as it replicated across the network. I had coworkers, and I had two different responses depending on who the coworker is. One, do you know that your name is now Janine? Yes, in fact, I'm well aware. But they would send me helpful screenshots. It's like, it says your name is Janine right here. I know. The second kind of response was, so, do we start calling you Janine now? No, don't call me Janine. And this went on and on for days and into a week until I finally called the help desk and I'm like, please stop making me Janine. I'm tired of being Janine. Oh, well, why don't you just submit a ticket? I can't submit a ticket because you're not real sure if I'm Mark or Janine right now. They're like, okay, well, we'll take care of it, which means that I will tell the bot to take care of it, who will tell a server, who will tell another server, who will tell another server. And so for weeks, I was Janine, or sometimes Mark. Meanwhile, the other Janine started. And she thought it was hilarious. In 3 days, they had cleared up that she needed an E in her name. Meanwhile, I was Janine, Mark, back and forth for weeks. And hey, why don't we weigh in? Janine, what do you think about this problem? My coworkers loved it. So Shakespeare said, what's in a name? I'm here to tell you, a hell of a lot. Corey.
Mark Latta, Wilton's finest, Cedar Rapids Joy Now.